Today is World Refugee Day, and right now, there are nearly 65 million people who have been forced out of their homes due to war, famine, or persecution. This morning, we wanted to catch up with a man who wanted to help, and he's doing it in a very big way. Jim Estill, CEO of Danby Appliances, put up $1.5 million of his own money, by the way, to bring 58 Syrian families to Canada over the last year and a half. Jim is joining us now live from Kitchener. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Jim, so all the families are here in Canada now. How are they doing? Those that you talk to, how are they feeling?
Well, they're doing well. Some of them have been here for almost a year and a half, and others arrived as recently as a few weeks ago. So they're on various levels of doing well and progressing through to independence.
So those that have been here for a year and a half, what are they telling those that have just arrived? What are you hearing?
Well, of course, they're very keen on Canada. As a matter of fact, in many respects, they're more patriotic than Canadians are, and Canadian flags on everything. And the ones who've been here are giving back by helping the new ones who are arriving and helping them learn how to get groceries and learning how to help them settle in Canada.
Yeah, because there are obviously big challenges. What are challenges that you're seeing them overcome?
Well, the biggest challenge is to learn English. Now, many of them, maybe a third of them, arrive with some English. But if you don't have any English, it's very, very hard to become bilingual within a year. And of course, that's inversely proportional to age. A 5-year-old or a 10-year-old picks up the language very quickly, but a 45-year-old takes longer.
And one of the ways to do that, I guess, is to immerse yourself in your job. For example, you've sponsored these families. You gave them all jobs at your company. So what kind of work are they doing?
Well, in my factory, we're basically doing remanufacturing, very light, and then I offer any refugee a job for 90 days, and then what we do is do some resume coaching and interview coaching and figure out where they're more appropriately placed. Not all of them did work at my company. Some of them we were able to get positions in jobs that were more relevant to them to start with. For instance, all of the pharmacists who have arrived are working in pharmacies, not as pharmacists, but as pharmacy assistants while they get their papers certified and upgraded.
What have you learned throughout this process, Jim?
Well, I've always believed in gratitude, and this has certainly taught me that gratitude is even more important, and we should be very, very grateful for where we live and the safety, the comfort, and just our state in life. We are very, very blessed.
And in terms of defining success, how do you measure if this program has been a success?
Well, success for me is people who have gained independence and have moved on, have jobs, speak English, and some degree of integration in the community, and some degree of happiness, which is what you get from some degree of integration, social interaction, and whatnot.
What about plans for the future? Do you have any more plans to bring more families over?
Well, currently the refugee program is on hold in Canada, but yes, when it opens up again, we are contemplating bringing more refugees in.
Okay, what about plans for Canada 150, Jim? What's the plan?
Well, we don't have anything specific or bold planned, but clearly it will be a celebration.
It certainly will. Well, thank you very much for joining us today, Jim.
Thank you.
If you want to know more about the work Jim is doing, you can head to our website anytime at yourmorning.ca.